Welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. My people, we don't come back again with another Bonga update. Right now, I want to talk about all the trending things in Nigeria. I beg, today be your first time when they come across our channel, subscribe, like, and share. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up. My people, in this video, I'm going to show you how the Northerners, reacted when the UN, have ordered President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. This is a kind of, the Northerners are now clashing. The Northerners are now clashing, for this matter. They say Nnamdi Kanu should not be released. Why some of them are still saying, oh, Nnamdi Kanu should be released? Okay, before we fast forward, I want to remind us that in 2022, Justice Anato gave a judgment that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. Not be small thing. So Northern group comrades, if Buhari do that, say Nigeria go turn upside down. They go do this, they go do that, they go do that, and all that. Nnamdi Kanu was not released. But right now, there is a problem because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is currently sitting in a very hot seat. Oh, the Northerners are against him to release Nnamdi Kanu. But right now, the pressure from the UN and the US, it has nothing to do, rather to release Nnamdi Kanu. So this time around, what is going to be their reaction? Come and see what is happening right now. Nigerian government is now even hiding their face. This Nnamdi Kanu trial they are doing right now, to them, we shouldn't have even just gone for this. With Kenya court judgment yesterday, this matter don't they come up for be careful, because Nigerian government is now stuck in the middle of the evil forest. Even the Northerners are saying, don't release Nnamdi Kanu, this and that. In this video, I'm going to show you everything. Even those who are supporting Nnamdi Kanu's release, I beg, this video, you will share and make it go viral, so that Nigerians will understand what is happening. Victory is for Nnamdi Kanu. This injustice is done too much for Kanu and all the Igbos. Don't forget that the more Nnamdi Kanu is being held in that DSS custody, the more the Igbos are being, held in captivity. For how long this will continue? And they will tell us that the Igbos are not marginalized. I beg, make I just drop the video. Make it not be like, say, I did talk too much. I'll be right back.
Mohammed Ndarani Mohammed, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Also the Grand Patron, One Nation Asuaju Support Group of Nigeria. Let me start by saying my advice to Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our dear President of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Having watched what is happening in Nigeria in recent times, I felt the urge as a patriotic Nigerian to plead with the federal government to settle Nnamdi Kanu and other agitators matters out of court by set up a formidable national committee of arbitration. In my opinion, the court may not be the solution of the above matter if lasting peace is to reign in the nation. Bringing this matter to the round table for intensive negotiation surely would engender the peace, harmony, and unity in diversity that we all have consistently craved. In a country with various distinct ethnicities like Nigeria, it is and ought to be an all-pervading preoccupation of everyone to seek ways of encouraging those things that will bring us closer together as a nation. This is even more so in the existing atmosphere where there is a mutual suspicion and widespread crisis of marginalization. Our dear President Bola Tinubu should therefore consider alternative dispute resolution mechanisms like arbitrations, cancellations, and mediation in some of these cases concerning our agitators in the country. ADR refer to any method of conflict resolution that take place outside the courtroom. It involves processes and techniques of conflict resolutions without litigations and empower parties to work together using a framework to amicably settle complex issues. Our dear President needs peace and unity to function optimally. Therefore, anything that will give him peace is highly welcome. And that is what we're seeking to see in this our dear country. Looking at the political atmospheres in Nigeria today, there is a palpable tension in the land with a huge portions of it having tribal and religious undertones. This could only provide uncomfortable foundations for the current festering and growing pocket of banditry, militancy, and other type of unrest. Political parties and gladiators are already aligned and realign because they felt that the interests of their people, regions, or religions are not being adequately protected. I can tell you for free, though, that most of them are actually aligned for their own selfish interests and not for the interests of the masses. They are simply taking advantages of the current uncertainties in the land. Resolving some of these matters that are in court can only help in sanitizing the atmosphere, since it is a fact that early resolution of a dispute will immensely help in healing old wounds and in nation building. It will also help in this instance in promoting peace and unity. That is what we need ultimately in this country today. We need peace, we need unity, we need to work together. We have to look at ourselves as we're all one, we're all brothers from indivisible and indissoluble nations under one God. It will also help in the instance case in promoting peace and unity. I can draw your attention to Section 17 of Federal Court Act and Section 174 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, provided that the parties can explore alternative options for both civil and criminal matters when it comes to situations of these natures in our dear countries. I, in my own opinion, believe that in getting last solution to our challenges facing in this country, we need to strictly adhere to what we call arbitration, mediation, and cancellations, where everybody will come together, put our opinions together, and work together as a one family. Like the treason matters involving Omoyele Sowore, leaders of revolutions, now movement, and the presidential candidate for 2023 elections, and also the terrorist cases against Bello Badejo, leaders of Miete Halla, Kaute Hori, both cases which the Nigerian government have withdrawn, which in my opinion is a very, very commendable for peace in this nation to reign. Because we believe that when two people are having disagreement in some certain areas of concept of life, the best option to do is to seek for peace, is to seek for unity, is to have what we call collective opinion of individual, and let us have a common basis for development of these dear nations. One thing that is certain is that it is never in public interest for cases to drag on interminably, especially such high-profile cases. They can only make a lot more long draw out the sentiments that lead to the institutions of the cases. Cases that last for years, sometimes even decades, can only surreptitiously or otherwise erode public confidence in the judicial system. Let us always remember that judiciary is generally regarded as the last hope of common man, which I personally believe. If we are to be perfectly honest, one of the major drawbacks is the snail pace at which some matters are disposed of in our courts in Nigeria today, notwithstanding all the effort that the justices have been put in place, which is very commendable. Since it is generally believed that justice delay is justice denied, this inordinate delay in our courts is the reason some people think twice before heading to the court to seek justice. Recall that Oliver Wendell Jr. once famously remarked that courts are court of law and not court of justice. So do you blame people when they appear skeptical of our law courts? I therefore urge President Tinubu, dear President of this country, to watch out for the little forces that spoil the vine while trying to hold Nigeria together as one indivisible nation. I advise that Nigerians should be patient with our dear President Tinubu Aswaju He met up an unjust society, and it is not easy to arrange a system that had already collapsed before the advent of his administration. It is clear beyond shadow of doubt that our president, President Tinubu, inherited unjust society. And when you inherited unjust society, it became pretty difficult or very cumbersome for you to play a magic within a while to manage the situations and get a desired result. We as Nigerians, we have to be very patient with our dear president to look inward and see how he can rearrange unjust situations he met Nigerian with. The problem of these countries are our few elites who put their interests on the first line charge instead of the interests of the masses. And that is why Nigeria is having snail speed movement in terms of development, in terms of all the challenges we're facing today. And we must have to tell ourselves the truth, and the truth must be told. Even if the leaders of the whole world today, let's say American president, Britain president, French president, France president, will come to Nigeria and be a president today, it cannot be easy for them to develop the way their countries are developing. Because in Nigeria, the scenario is different from what you operate and we always see in the West developed world. In the West developed worlds, there is what we call just society. And Irikoparo clearly stated that you can't build peace in an unjust society. For you to build peace in an unjust society, it takes the grace of God, it takes the peace. It takes a while for it to happen. And how it happens, it has to be through arbitration, mediation, and cancellations, and putting up all the parties that are aggrieved together and find a lasting solution to the grievances of each party and make a directions as to how the future of the country is going to be governed in a peaceful, in a way that everybody that is a citizen of the countries will enjoy his right of a citizens as a citizens of their nation, Nigeria. Nigerian problems are the few elites, just like what I said, who put their interests on the first line charge. I advise the president to avoid them and exploit all the mechanisms to settle for peace of Nigeria rather than seeking for prosecution of a matter that can be settled through mediation, arbitrations, and cancellations, and giving a lasting solution to the problem of the problems and challenges of their nations. If Nigeria is peaceful, Tinubu will do well. That is my belief. I will advise the president to look inward to seek how to settle most of these pockets of agitations that have given rise to losses of lives and properties in Nigeria. Arbitration can bring rest to the East, in my own opinion and my understanding. Peace and rest to the wanton killing in the Middle Belt as well as other parts of the country. Simply put, the president should exploit all options available to succeed at this task, and his legacy as a unifier would have been solidly established and will last forever. My name is Mohammed Ndarani Mohammed, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Grand Patron of One Nation for Aswaju Support Group. I'm an APC chieftain, I'm an APC card-carrying member. And therefore, our president, I have hope in him that he will do well if we have peace. But what we need in Nigeria today is a situation where we have what we call national arbitration, cancellation, and mediation of so many issues that are challenging issues bothering these our nations. We are all brothers, we are all from same families, we are all from same ancestors, we are all from same aborigines. So I see no reasons why we have to deploy our energy on something that we can sit at round table and support our president for the development of their nations. So we must have to obligate ourselves from few elites who put their own interest on the first line charge as against the interest of the masses. truth must be told. We have to come together as a one nation and support our president and ensure that peace reign in Nigeria so that all of us will enjoy our citizenships that God has given to us naturally as one individuals and indivisible nations as a country. So I so much thank you for coming here today to come and start celebrating Salah with us. And may Almighty Allah bless all of us, bless our president, bless Nigeria. So we should be patient with our president. He will do well if there is a peace in the country. So thank you very much for coming here today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So I don't know if we have...
you see, there is one thing I want you to understand in life. You see, if you want to build a house, do you start the foundation that very day and completed your building and put the roof in that? Is it possible? So that is how government is running. You don't expect President Tinubu, who had made unjust society, to come and perform magic within 1 year. It's not possible. We have to tell ourselves the truth. Government is a continual process. If you go to places like America, you go to places like UK, they made a just society that when you go into the economy is stable before they come in. So tell us, if you inherited an economy that is unstable, how would you want to manage that? Do you want to be a spirit? Do you want the president to be a spirit before he can now make everything to happen one day? No, I think you should know answer yourself. I'm not defending the president, but I'm just trying to say my own opinion as an individual, as somebody who has traveled worldwide and that understanding what is operating in other developed world. So suppose that President Tinubu met up with a very stable economy. He would have moving faster than this. But there's no way he could have done it better than the way he's doing it. Because you met an economy that is already deteriorated, economy that is already getting collapse, then you're expecting that person to come and build it one day and then allow everything to start moving smoothly. So everybody has to, be patient and allow things to realign themselves and then move ahead. So you know the answers yourself. So everything boils down to what did you meet and how do you move?
So my people, since when this man talk this matter, not be small attack they don't they give am consigning waiting he can't talk for Nnamdi Kanu. But now the question now is how Tinubu go take stand for this matter. Is he going to listen to the Northerners? He get anything when he hold them? Or the UN who have said he don't do. Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Or more, this is getting very more interesting. We will watch this drama to the end. Freedom for Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you for always coming out here.